Imagine a world where the sky stretches above like a massive dome, and at the edge of the Earth there's an enormous wall of ice that surrounds our entire world. The sun moves around us every day, and the Earth, it's said to be a huge flat disk. No gravity, no curvature. Sounds unbelievable, right? But surprisingly, even in this modern, science-driven world, many people across the globe still believe we are actually living on a flat Earth. According to their belief, this massive wall of ice is Antarctica. They claim it's not a continent, but rather a giant, impassable boundary surrounding the edges of our flat, disc-like world. They believe that beyond this ice wall there is nothing, and entry into that region is highly restricted, so that no one can uncover the real truth. So, the big question is the Earth truly round, or are we all living in one giant illusion? Why do people believe in the flat Earth theory? And what does science really say about it? Welcome to New Scientific Horizon. I'm Tamim, and I'm here with you. You're watching New Scientific Horizon, where we explore, question, and understand through the lens of logic, science, and reality. The idea of a flat Earth stretches back thousands of years, deeply rooted in the earliest human civilizations. In ancient Mesopotamia, Egypt, and Greece, people imagined the world as a flat disk floating in a vast ocean, sometimes surrounded by a dome-like sky. The Norse believed in a flat Midgard encircled by a great serpent, while early Hindu cosmology described a flat Earth supported by elephants and a turtle. These beliefs made sense at the time. After all, the horizon looks perfectly flat, and there was no evidence to suggest otherwise. The sheer scale of the Earth made it impossible for ancient people to notice any curvature. Even as some Greek philosophers like Pythagoras and Aristotle began to argue for a spherical Earth, flat Earth ideas persisted for centuries, especially in popular culture and folklore. Today, flat Earth beliefs have found new life online. Supporters present several key arguments. First, the Earth looks flat when we see it, whether from a beach, a mountaintop, or an airplane. Second, planes never tilt downward. They always fly straight, which flat earthers claim would be impossible on a curved surface. Third, water always stays level. So how can it curve around a globe? Fourth, they argue that NASA and other space agencies are faking images using CGI and elaborate hoaxes. Fifth, Antarctica is not a continent, but a giant wall of ice surrounding the entire Earth, with access strictly controlled to hide the real truth. These claims may sound simple and straightforward, but science tells a very different story. To truly understand the shape of our planet, we need to look at the evidence and the scientific principles behind it. Many flat Earth arguments rely on how things look to us, but our eyes can be deceived. The perspective effect means that massive and expansive objects, like the Earth, appear flat or straight because of how our eyes perceive scale and distance. For example, ships disappearing hull first over the horizon, or the way mountain peaks vanish from view as you travel away, are both explained by the Earth's curvature. If the Earth were flat, we would see the entire ship or mountain, just smaller with distance. The Earth is so large that its curve doesn't register to the naked eye. So whatever we see appears flat. But with precise measurements like those made by surveyors and engineers, the curve becomes clear. Airplanes constantly adjust their altitude and direction to follow the Earth's curve. Flight computers and autopilot systems are programmed to account for this, or else planes would gradually drift off course. Water may look flat, but over long distances, it curves with the Earth. This is why ships disappear bottom first and why engineers must account for curvature when building long bridges or tunnels. And what about photos from space? Not just NASA, but space agencies from Russia, China, India, Japan, and even amateur weather balloon footage have all shown the unmistakable curve of the Earth, with no CGI required. So, while flat Earth arguments may stem from genuine observations, scientific analysis, and real-world evidence consistently show that these claims are speculative and flawed. The overwhelming consensus, backed by centuries of experiments and observations, is that the Earth is round. For centuries, overwhelming scientific evidence has confirmed that Earth is a round, spherical body. This conclusion comes from a combination of direct observation, mathematical calculation, and advanced technology. One of the earliest proofs comes from Eratosthenes in the 3rd century BCE. By measuring the difference in shadow lengths between two cities at the same time, He calculated Earth's circumference with remarkable accuracy. During lunar eclipses, Earth's shadow cast on the moon is always curved, no matter where you are on the planet, a phenomenon only possible if Earth is round. Ships at sea disappear hull first over the horizon, not all at once. This effect is visible to anyone, and is a direct result of Earth's curvature. Modern technology also relies on a round Earth. GPS and communication satellites orbit the globe, and their precise function depends on calculations that account for Earth's spherical shape. The International Space Station provides live video feeds showing the unmistakable curve of Earth from orbit. Astronauts have repeatedly described and photographed this view. Even from high mountains or airplanes, the subtle curve of the horizon becomes visible, offering everyday proof of our planet's roundness. Experiments like the Foucault pendulum demonstrate Earth's rotation, which only makes sense for a spinning sphere. The flat Earth theory may seem fascinating to some, especially for those who enjoy questioning mainstream explanations and exploring alternative ideas. Throughout history, curiosity has driven us to seek answers about our world. And yes, some arguments are rooted in real-life experiences and observations that can seem convincing at first glance. But when we apply modern scientific instruments, careful analysis and advanced technology, these theories simply don't hold up to scrutiny. The Earth's round shape isn't just written in textbooks, it is a tested, functional, observable truth, confirmed by countless experiments and direct evidence. Every single day, we benefit from this understanding. GPS navigation, satellite communications, and air travel all rely on the reality of a round Earth. Even the day-night cycle, the changing seasons, and the way we experience time are all explained by our planet's true shape. Embracing scientific understanding not only answers age-old questions but also empowers us to navigate and appreciate the world more fully. The search for truth continues, guided by reason, evidence, and a sense of wonder. If you're curious about the wonders of science, appreciate rational analysis and real explanations, then subscribe to New Scientific Horizon. I'm Tamim, and I'll see you again in another thrilling scientific exploration. Until then, keep thinking, keep learning, and keep sharing knowledge.